Hello everyone. Today we'll discuss the pharmacology of ACE inhibitors by Professor Sabashik. So first we'll see what is renin-angiotensin-aldosterone system. So renin-angiotensin-aldosterone system is one of the important physiological system which regulates blood pressure. It is one of the important system which basically maintain our blood pressure and blood volume. So when the blood pressure falls, then this angiotensin aldosterone system get activated to maintain blood volume and blood pressure. This renin angiotensin aldosterone system has specific effects in the pathogenesis and the progression of hypertension. So basically in case of the hypertension, this renin angiotensin aldosterone system is overactivated. So now we'll see the ACE inhibitor. So these are the drugs which come under the categories of ACE inhibitor, which includes captopril, enalapril, lisinopril, ramipril, perindopril and fosinopril. Let's see the mechanism of action of ACE inhibitor. So when the blood pressure falls, the kidney releases renin into the bloodstream. This renin converts angiotensinogen to angiotensin 1. This angiotensin 1 is relatively inactive, which is then in the presence of ACE, that is nothing but angiotensin converting enzyme, is converted into angiotensin 2. This angiotensin 2 basically it increases the blood pressure. So how it will increase the blood pressure? Actually, this angiotensin 2 act directly on blood vessel, causing the vasoconstriction, and due to vasoconstriction the blood pressure increase. Now this angiotensin 2 also act on the adrenal gland to release aldosterone. This aldosterone act on the kidney to cause sodium retention. The increased sodium cause water to retain and thus increase the blood volume and thereby increase the blood pressure. So now we'll see how our drug, that is ACE inhibitor, act. So basically our drug, that is ACE inhibitor, block the enzyme ACE, which is angiotensin converting enzyme, and thereby it causes the vasodilation. So obviously whenever there is a vasodilation, it will falls the blood pressure. So now we'll see the pharmacokinetics of ACE inhibitor. Well, it is well absorbed. Most ACE inhibitors are excreted through kidney. Dose should be reduced in renal dysfunction. Now we'll see the adverse effect of ACE inhibitors. So persistent dry cough is one of the prominent adverse effect of ACE inhibitor. Hypotension, hyperkalemia. Hyperkalemia is nothing but the high potassium in blood. Dysgeusia. Dysgeusia is nothing but the altered or impaired sense of taste. Then neurotic edema. It is nothing but the painless swelling under the skin, skin rashes and teratogenicity. Other effects include they cause headache, nausea, abdominal pain, proteinuria and rarely neutropenia. Now we'll see the precautions and contraindication. So one of the contraindication is that ACE inhibitors are contraindicated in pregnancy. ACE inhibitor should not be combined with potassium sparing diuretics. At the first sign of angioedema, ACE inhibitor should be stopped immediately. They are contraindicated in patient with a renal artery stenosis. Renal artery stenosis, in a simple term, it is a narrowing of the artery, as they cause the renal failure in them. ACE inhibitor may enhance the plasma level of digoxin. So this is about the pharmacology of ACE inhibitor. Thank you.